The SOG Micro Tool Clip, let's check it out. The SOG Micro Tool Clip is a small EDC-able multi-tool. A lot of times for me, I don't like the bigger tools. I mean, it's just heavy in my pocket. I just end up not carrying it. And so I've been in search for a small little multi-tool that's very capable. And so we're going to take a look at a lot of the features of this small little micro clip. It's got a lot of neat things about it. There are 9 features which are listed as tools, but honestly there are 7 tools to this multi-tool. And one thing that I really like about it, it is perfect for a range bag. And we'll take a look at that as well. Now in the search for a small multi-tool, we've been testing out a lot of different ones. The Leatherman Juice, the Micra, the Squirt. You can kind of get an idea of the size comparison. Here we have the Style. Here we have the SOG Crosscut. Then we have the SOG Switch pliers. Now these are pretty large. What I really like about these is they flip out. But that is a little bit of the same design that we have with the Micro Tool Clip. Here we have just little tabs, and you pull down on them and it pops out. And so it gives you, able to get that spring tension. Right here's your spring. And so it's a really small little multi-tool, and yet it has a lot of capability. Now the Micro Tool Clip is 3.9 inches in length, so it's a very compact piece, and you can see the width. I mean, honestly, this is a great size for EDC, for carrying every day. And again, guys, a lot of times the larger multi-tools, I just don't carry them. I usually keep them in a pack or keep them in my truck or somewhere where I can get to them. The scales are some kind of hard polymer, has a little bit of texturing where you can get a hold of it, but it gives it a good grip. Pulling it out makes it really easy to deploy the pliers. And really pliers are the big part of any multi-tool. As you can see also, these scales are removable, so if there's anything you want to do, you can break this down. Me personally, unless it's just really dirty, I like to keep my tool together. Now SOG states that there are 9 tools on the Micro Tool Clip, but honestly I feel like there's 7. And one of the things that SOG says is a tool is this little lanyard loop. And I consider that a feature, so I'm not really going to count that. And then we have the actual clip itself is also a tool, but again, to me, this is just a good feature. But now the pliers, to me, are really important with a multi-tool. So you have those little tabs that I was showing. You can do it with one hand, but it's on both sides. It makes it a little bit easier to be able to pop that out. But it's spring-loaded. Here is your spring, and it's really solid. A lot of times, springs that are in some of these multi-tools can break because they're actually part of the mechanism. So I really like this feature in itself. And then we have our pliers. Now, it's flat nose pliers right here. And of course, then you have grippers right here. And then we have, and what they say, soft wire cutters. So probably, something that's really hard, you might have a little bit of issue with them. But any real wire you should be able to cut with these, but we're going to test it out. There are times at the range when I have a scope that has one of these little bolts. Having a good pair of pliers is important to be able to tighten that up if it gets loose. And there's not really a lot that can substitute for a wrench or a small pair of pliers like that. Here we have a coat hanger. While they're short, definitely it'll do the job because they're stout. A little thicker. You're not getting needle nose pliers, but that little flat edge can do quite a bit. Here we just have some brass. Just allows you to form some things if you need to. As far as the cutters go, of course, copper, really soft. Here we have some brass. Yeah, it just zips right through it. They're small and they're next to the body of the tool, but easy to get something in there. Go ahead and try this coat hanger. A little tougher, especially right here. You're not getting a lot of leverage. You've got to get a good grip on it. There it goes. But that was a little tough. But with all that, the jaws are still intact. There's no nicks or any kind of deformation. Now here on the end of the handle is a Phillips head screwdriver, which I really like that feature. A lot of times they make them, kind of abbreviated, but this one is a full Phillips head. Increasing that tension on your holster. Now to close the pliers, you just pull it and push up. And you can do that with one finger very easily. And of course you can pull that down. It's a little more difficult to pull down because of the spring tension. Once you push it in, you can just pull it up. So with the flat nose pliers, with the gripper, with the wire cutter, and with the Phillips head screwdriver, that is 4 separate tools. Here inside the body, we have a knife. And this is a nice shape for this knife. It's kind of solid. A lot of times with the smaller multi-tools, it's just a small little blade almost. I mean, it's not really that much. This is 7CR 17 MOV steel. Has a Rockwell hardness of 57 to 59. And it has an edge on both sides. Sometimes with the micro tools, they don't. It has a little bit of a belly. So this is really would be an excellent cutting tool. Now, I keep an EDC knife in my pocket, so I don't usually rely on these, but as they say, 2 is 1, 1 is none. This just gives you another option. Knife seems to be right in the right spot. We're going to test it with some paper. Pretty sharp right out of the box. Comes to any kind of cutting. Gonna do some really nice feathering because of that blade. It's gonna give you some good fire tender. Cutting paracord. Here we have double strands. Zip right through it. And with a little bit larger size, you could do some light food preparation as well. Also here, we have our file, and as you can see, it's double-sided, so it makes it really nice. But we also have a flathead screwdriver at the tip, and it's really large. This can also be used as a little bit of a chisel. You see that one side is angled. This file's not very aggressive, but for softer material, you should be able to clean up different things. This little brass punch. It'll file off wood, splinters, things like that, but again, it's more of a machining or metal file. But it's a file. And right here in this little cutout, this is perfect for ferrocerium rods being able for a striker. So it gives you something where you can, start a fire if you have a ferrocerium rod. Taking the cutout in the file with this ferrocerium rod, we've got some Vaseline and cotton balls. Really does put out a lot of flame. There we go. Guys, having the ability to make fire is essential to a survival situation. Of course, larger screwdrivers are always handy. If I need to take this side off, if I need to move it, if it's in the way of the scope, lock it down. Here in the middle, we have a bottle opener, and it's really nice and large. And then we have a smaller flathead screwdriver here. And if you need a liquid refreshment, there you go. This is not my style. And adjusting small microdots like this, if you're sighting it in, it needs a small screwdriver. This just allows you to be able to get to it. And sometimes that small screwdriver is not with you. And I like that all the tools that are foldable are on one side. The other side, because it has the Phillips head screwdriver and the handle, there are no tools on this side. So while this tool doesn't have a lot of features, it does have enough to me to get the things that I need, and that's what I really like. But that's one of the great things about the different multi-tools, guys, is there are so many different options. A lot of them have scissors and other things that you may need in a more, urban environment or an office environment. But this allows you, really, to me, it just makes it an excellent range tool. Now, SOG is located in Washington State, but this particular tool is made in China. With that being said, they do have a lifetime warranty. And honestly, China has really picked up their quality for their metallurgy, their heat treating. It's really come up to good standards if you're buying a good, reputable brand. Weight on the micro tool clip is 3 ounces. Weight on the Leatherman juice, 4.6 ounces. Weight on the SOG crosscut, 1.6 ounces. Now, there are a lot of other comparisons out there, but that just shows you that the micro tool clip comes in pretty medium size to either ultralight or really a very capable but small little EDC with the juice. The price on the micro tool clip is running around 20 bucks is what you can kind of find at market price. I've seen it a little higher in a couple of places, but not over 25. So really a capable tool for that kind of price. So if you're looking for a small multi-tool for EDC that's really capable, check out the SOG multi-tool clip. This has a lot of cool features, but again, to me, this is an ideal companion for the range. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. It's hard to keep them in your pocket. Okay. Micro tool, and this is going to be excellent, especially if you're changing out your EDCable